Hello, friends. For more bedtime snuggles, try Sleep Tight Premium. Drift off to sleep with more stories, more relaxation, and zero interruptions. Our ad-free experience makes bedtime even more peaceful for the whole family. Subscribe to Sleep Tight Premium on Apple Podcasts or Supercast. Tap the link in our show notes to join today. Because when your kids sleep tight, you will too. Hello, I'm Sheryl, and this is Sleep Tight Relax, a cozy bedtime podcast made especially for kids, but perfect for dreamers of all ages. In tonight's story, we meet Jessy, a boy who sometimes worries about having enough to eat. When his teacher shows the class pictures of children around the world who don't have enough food, Jessy's kind heart starts imagining a world where everyone has plenty to eat. That night, he makes a special wish that takes him on a magical adventure to a place where food grows on trees and kindness grows in hearts. So why don't you get cozy in bed, close your eyes, and take a few great big belly breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. As we begin tonight's story. Jessy's Food Forest Dream. Jessy's stomach made a quiet rumbling sound right in the middle of math class. He pressed his hands against his belly, hoping nobody else heard. But his friend Emma, sitting next to him, gave him a kind smile. "I forgot to eat breakfast again," Jessy whispered softly. Mom had been rushing around that morning, getting ready for her early shift at the hospital, and there hadn't been time for their usual morning routine. At lunchtime, Jessy opened his lunchbox and found a peanut butter sandwich and an apple. Simple, but one of his favorites. He looked around the cafeteria at his friends' lunches. Emma had a colorful bento box, Marcus had homemade cookies from his grandma, and Maria had delicious-smelling enchiladas. "Want to share?" Emma asked, noticing Jessy looking around. "Thanks, but I'm okay," Jessy said with a smile, even though he was still a little hungry. During science class that afternoon, Ms. Rodriguez showed them pictures of children from different countries around the world. Some of the children looked very thin and had sad, tired eyes. In some parts of our world, children don't have enough food to eat, Ms. Rodriguez explained gently. But there are many people working hard to help them, growing food and sharing what they have. Jessy felt a little bit sad as he looked at the pictures, but also hopeful hearing about all the people who were helping. It made him think about his own sometimes empty tummy and how his mom worked so hard to take care of both of them. After school, Jessy walked home slowly, thinking about all the different ways people around the world ate and lived. He passed by Mrs. Chen's garden, where she was watering her beautiful tomato plants. "Hello, Jessy," Mrs. Chen called out cheerfully. "Look how well my tomatoes are growing. Soon I'll have enough to share with the whole neighborhood." "They look wonderful," Jessy replied, his spirits lifting a little. Mrs. Chen always found ways to share her garden's bounty with everyone around her. At home, Jessy made himself a simple dinner from what was in the kitchen, a cheese sandwich and some crackers. As he ate, he found himself daydreaming. What if there was a place where everyone always had enough to eat? He wondered aloud to his stuffed elephant, Peanuts, who was watching from the counter. What if kids around the world never had to worry about being hungry? That night, after finishing his homework and brushing his teeth, Jessy climbed into bed with Peanuts tucked under his arm. He stared up at the ceiling, thinking about those children in the pictures and his own sometimes grumbly tummy. "I wish," he whispered into the quiet darkness, "I wish there was a world where nobody ever had to be hungry, where everyone could wake up and find delicious, healthy food growing right nearby." He closed his eyes and made that wish with his whole heart, feeling warm tingles spread from his toes all the way to the top of his head. When Jessy opened his eyes, everything had changed. He wasn't in his regular bedroom anymore. He was standing in the most amazing place he'd ever seen. Sunlight streamed through leaves that looked suspiciously like pancakes, golden and perfectly round, hanging from a magnificent tree right outside his window. The air smelled like warm breakfast and fresh morning dew. Next to the pancake tree, a blueberry muffin bush grew plump, sweet muffins that smelled exactly like his grandmother's kitchen on cozy Saturday mornings. A gentle stream of what looked like fresh orange juice bubbled cheerfully past his front door, sparkling like liquid sunshine. Nearby, maple syrup dripped slowly and sweetly from special trees. Real maple trees that gave their syrup to all who wanted it. "This is incredible," Jessy laughed softly, reaching for a warm pancake that practically floated into his hands. It was light as a cloud and tasted like the perfect Saturday morning. All around what used to be his neighborhood, other children were exploring this magical food forest too. There were apple trees growing every color of apple imaginable, cookie bushes with chocolate chip cookies hanging like brown spotted leaves, and even pizza plants that somehow grew perfect, cheesy slices. Jessy noticed that there were still vegetable gardens, carrots and broccoli and spinach growing in neat, colorful rows. "Because," he said to himself with a grin, "even in this world, we need our vegetables to grow strong." As he explored, Jessy saw his neighbor Maria picking warm tortillas from a graceful vine, while her little brother collected fresh eggs from happy chickens who clucked contentedly. Emma was gathering strawberries as big as tennis balls from bushes that seemed to grow more berries the more she picked. But what made Jessy's heart feel the happiest wasn't the amazing food everywhere. It was how everyone was sharing and helping each other. When old Mr. Henderson couldn't reach the highest branches of the soup tree, several kids rushed over to help him gather warm chicken noodle soup. When baby Emma dropped her banana, the tree gently grew two more in its place, as if it wanted to make sure she wouldn't be sad. Jessy noticed a small girl standing by herself near the sandwood shrubs, looking uncertain. She seemed shy and new to this magical place. "Hi there," Jessy called out gently, walking over with his pancake. "I'm Jessy. Are you exploring the food forest too?" The girl nodded shyly. "I'm Lily. I just moved here and I don't know what any of these magical foods are. Jessy's face lit up. That's okay. Here, try a piece of this pancake. It's amazing. He broke off a piece and offered it to her. And see that bush over there? Those are peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that make themselves. And the cookie trees have the softest, most delicious cookies you've ever tasted. Lily smiled for the first time, taking a small bite of the pancake. This is wonderful. Come on, Jessy said warmly. Let me show you around. There's so much good food here, and everyone shares with everyone else. They strolled slowly down a soft, winding path made entirely of cinnamon toast, each step releasing a faint crunch and the scent of sugar and spice. Along the sides of the path, vines sparkled with jelly beans that shimmered in the sun, cherry red, lemon yellow, mint green. And the leaves whispered a soft giggle each time one was picked. Look at those. Lily pointed to a group of children gathered beneath a tall tree with wide, flat branches. The tree had nests tucked into its limbs. Not bird nests, but ones made of noodles. Inside each nest were tiny puffball creatures shaped like dumplings, slurping the noodles with quiet satisfaction. A breeze drifted by, carrying the scent of warm cocoa and something fruity. Around the next bend, they discovered a gentle fountain flowing with cool, swirled smoothie, purple and peachy and pale green. Small cups lined the edge, and a sleepy cat with marshmallow paws purred softly as it lapped from one of them. I could stay here forever, Lily whispered. Me too, Jessy said, but let's sit for a moment. They found a bench made of golden toast with cushions that looked like clouds of jam. Above them, birds with muffin wings sang a lullaby so soft it made Jessy's eyelids flutter. Tell me your favorite meal, Jessy asked. Lily smiled, curling up beside him. Warm rice with sweet soy sauce. My grandma makes it just right. I miss her. Jessy nodded. Maybe one day we'll invite her to the food forest. Lily's smile grew brighter. Yes, and I'll bring rice trees. They sat together a little longer, the dream world holding them gently, full of good food, kind hearts, and the quiet joy of sharing it all. As Jessy spent the day in his magical food forest, showing Lily all the wonderful trees and streams and gardens of deliciousness, something important began to grow in his heart. It wasn't just about the amazing food, though the pizza plants were definitely incredible, and the ice cream flowers that bloomed in the afternoon sunshine were a tasty surprise. It was about how everyone took care of each other. He watched Marcus help a smaller boy reach the branches of the mac and cheese tree. He saw Emma sharing her giant strawberries with anyone who wanted to try them. Mrs. Chen was there too, teaching kids how to pick the best vegetables from the salad gardens, making even the carrots seem special and important. You know what the best part is? Jessy asked Lily as they sat under the shade of a lemonade tree, sipping fresh lemonade that dripped gently into their cups. The pancakes? Lily guessed, taking another bite. Jessy shook his head, smiling peacefully. It's that everyone gets to eat. Nobody has to worry about having enough food. Nobody has to eat alone. and everyone gets to share in the joy of a good meal. As the magical day began to wind down, Jessy found himself thinking about his real world, the one where his mom worked long hours to take care of them, where some kids had elaborate lunches and others had simple ones, where children in faraway places needed help getting enough to eat. "You know what?" Jessy said thoughtfully. "Maybe we can't grow pancake trees in real life, but we can share our lunch with kids who need it. We can ask grown-ups to help send food to places that need it. Maybe we can even plant real gardens together and help in food banks. That's how we start making this dream come true, one shared meal at a time." Lily nodded enthusiastically. "I want to help too. When I start at my new school, I'll look for ways to share and help." As the sun began to set in the magical food forest, painting the sky in gentle shades of peach and lavender, Jessy felt something wonderful happening. The warm, satisfied feeling in his tummy was spreading to his heart, and he realized that the best part of having enough food wasn't just not being hungry anymore. It was being able to share it with others and know that everyone you cared about was taken care of too. "I should head home now," Jessy said softly, standing up and brushing crumbs off his shirt. As he walked toward what looked like his house, the magical world began to shimmer gently around the edges, but the feeling in his heart stayed bright and warm. He knew that even though pancake trees might not be real, the kindness and sharing he'd experienced definitely could be. When Jessy opened his eyes, he was back in his cozy bedroom with Peanuts the elephant tucked under his arm and morning sunlight filtering through his window. But something was different. He felt different, full of hope and kindness and ready to make his dreams come true, one small act of caring at a time. As he got ready for school that morning, Jessy made sure to pack an extra snack in his lunchbox, just in case he met someone who might need it. If you're still awake, it's the perfect time to whisper something kind to yourself. Take a deep breath, and in your mind or in a soft voice, say these gentle words. "I have a kind heart that cares about others. When I share what I have, even small things, it makes the world a little brighter. I am part of a community where people take care of each other. My kindness matters and makes a difference. I can help create a world where everyone has what they need. I am calm, relaxed, and peaceful. Good night. Sleep tight."